Valuing yourself first is the foundation of creating a life where others treat you with respect, honor, and love. It all starts from within. You see, the way you perceive yourself is like a mirror that reflects to the outside world how they should see you. If you don't see yourself as valuable, it becomes almost impossible for others to see you that way. When you value yourself, you set the tone for every relationship and interaction in your life. You're telling the world, this is who I am and this is what I deserve. When you value yourself, you aren't waiting for someone else to affirm your worth. You don't need to rely on others to fill your cup because you've already done that for yourself. It's not about arrogance or selfishness. It's about understanding that you are created with purpose and significance. You carry unique qualities, talents, and strengths that make you irreplaceable. Recognizing and embracing this truth is the first step to walking with a sense of dignity and grace that commands respect. How you treat yourself speaks volumes. If you're constantly putting yourself last, neglecting your own needs, and overextending yourself for the sake of others, you're sending a message that your well-being doesn't matter. People pick up on that energy, whether consciously or subconsciously. They'll begin to mirror that same behavior back to you. But when you make self-care a priority, when you take the time to nurture your physical, emotional, and spiritual health, you're telling the world that you matter. You're showing that you respect yourself, and in turn, others will respect you too. It's about how you show up every day. Are you carrying yourself with confidence, even in the small things? Do you walk into a room with your head held high, knowing that you have something valuable to contribute? Or are you shrinking back, doubting your worth, and waiting for someone else to validate you? The way you dress, speak, and carry yourself sends a message about how you view yourself. When you take pride in your appearance, in your words, and in your actions, you're demonstrating self-respect. It's not about vanity or seeking approval. It's about living in alignment with the truth that you are worthy. Valuing yourself also means being intentional about the kind of energy you allow into your life. You are the gatekeeper of your own heart and mind. That means being selective about the people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, and the environments you expose yourself to. When you value yourself, you won't tolerate negativity, disrespect, or toxicity. Instead, you'll seek out relationships and spaces that uplift and inspire you. And as you do, you'll notice that others begin to treat you with the same care and consideration that you show yourself. One of the most powerful ways to value yourself is by investing in your personal growth. When you take the time to learn, grow, and develop your skills, you're showing that you believe in your potential. Whether it's reading a book, taking a class, or simply setting goals for yourself, every step you take towards self-improvement is a step towards honoring your own worth. People can see when you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself, and they'll be drawn to that kind of energy. Valuing yourself also means being firm in your standards. It's about knowing what you will and won't accept in your relationships and standing by those boundaries with grace and strength. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you walk away from. When you hold yourself to a high standard, others will either rise to meet it or step aside. And that's okay because you're not here to settle for less than what you deserve. It's not always easy to value yourself, especially if you've been through situations that made you question your worth. Maybe someone spoke words over you that made you feel small. Maybe you faced rejection, failure, heartbreak that left you doubting your place in the world. But those experiences don't define you. They're just chapters in your story, and your worth remains unchanged. To value yourself is to choose to believe in your inherent dignity, even when it feels like the world doesn't see it. It's about standing firm in the truth that you are enough just as you are. It's about reminding yourself daily that you are a masterpiece, fearfully and wonderfully made. And as you walk in that truth, you'll begin to see how the world shifts around you. You'll attract people who see your value because you've already seen it in yourself. You'll find that respect and honor become the natural response to the way you carry yourself. Radiating confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room or seeking constant attention. It's about walking through life with an undeniable sense of assurance, knowing that you have value and purpose. True confidence comes from within. It's a quiet strength that doesn't need validation from others to exist. It's a belief in your abilities, your worth, and your unique contributions to the world. When you carry yourself with confidence, you send a powerful message to those around you. I know who I am, and I am unapologetically myself. Confidence begins with self-awareness. It requires understanding your strengths and embracing your weaknesses. Nobody is perfect, and confidence doesn't come from pretending to be. Instead, it comes from accepting yourself fully and realizing that your imperfections don't diminish your worth. When you recognize that you don't need to be flawless to be valuable, you release the pressure of trying to meet unrealistic expectations. You can stand tall in your authenticity, and that's what truly draws people to you. The way you think about yourself shapes the confidence you project. If you're constantly doubting your abilities or speaking negatively to yourself, it's going to show. Your internal dialogue matters. When you replace self-doubt with positive affirmations, you begin to build a foundation of confidence. Speak life over yourself, even when you don't feel it. Say things like, I am capable, I am worthy, and I have something valuable to offer. Over time, these words will become your truth, and you'll naturally exude confidence in everything you do. Confidence is also about taking action despite fear. It's not about never feeling afraid. It's about refusing to let fear hold you back. Everyone faces moments of uncertainty, but confident people push through them. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every step you take outside of your comfort zone strengthens your confidence. Each time you try something new, speak up or take on a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. The way you carry yourself physically plays a significant role in the confidence you radiate. Your posture, your body language, and even your facial expressions communicate how you feel about yourself. Standing tall, maintaining eye contact, and walking with purpose are simple but powerful ways to show confidence. When you physically present yourself with assurance, people take notice. They're drawn to that energy because it signals that you believe in yourself and what you have to offer. Confidence is magnetic. It draws people in because it makes them feel comfortable and inspired. When you radiate confidence, you give others permission to do the same. You become a source of light and encouragement, showing those around you what's possible when you believe in yourself. This isn't about arrogance or making others feel small. True confidence uplifts convictions and fosters mutual respect. Part of radiating confidence is being willing to own your voice. Speak with clarity and conviction, whether you're sharing your ideas, expressing your feelings, or standing up for what you believe in. Your voice matters, and when you use it with confidence, people listen. It's not about dominating the conversation. It's about knowing that what you have to say is worth hearing. And when you speak from a place of authenticity, your words carry weight and meaning. Confidence also means being unapologetic about your dreams and goals. It's about knowing what you want and going after it without hesitation. Too often, people shrink their dreams to fit into the expectations of others. But when you radiate confidence, you're not afraid to dream big and take bold steps toward your future. You're not seeking approval because you know that your vision is valid. And as you pursue your goals with confidence, you inspire others to do the same. Building confidence is an ongoing journey. It's not something that happens overnight, and that's okay. It's a process of learning, growing, and stepping into your full potential. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your confidence, whether it's through small wins or significant breakthroughs. It's about celebrating your progress and acknowledging your efforts, even when you stumble along the way. When you radiate confidence, you don't just change how others perceive you, you change how you perceive yourself. You start to see opportunities where there were once obstacles. You approach challenges with a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. And most importantly, you begin to experience life in a way that feels authentic and empowering. Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about embracing who you are and boldly living in that truth. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to cultivate respect, honor, and healthy relationships in your life. Boundaries are not about keeping people out. They are about creating space where mutual respect can flourish. They are an expression of self-respect and self-care, showing others what you are willing to accept and what you are not. When you set boundaries, you are not being difficult or unkind. You are simply valuing your own well-being enough to establish limits that protect your peace and priorities. Boundaries start with knowing yourself, your needs, your values, and your layers. It's impossible to set boundaries if you're unsure of where you stand. This requires self-reflection and honesty about what is important to you and what makes you feel uncomfortable or disrespected. It's not about being rigid or controlling. It's about understanding what you need to thrive and communicate those needs to others. When you take the time to clarify your boundaries, you are taking a significant step toward building a life that aligns with your values. Communicating your boundaries is just as important as setting them. People cannot respect what they do not know. Clear, direct, and respectful communication is key to helping others understand where you stand. This might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to advocating for yourself. However, expressing your boundaries is not selfish, it is necessary. For example, if you need personal time to recharge, let others know. If you feel uncomfortable with certain behaviors or language, speak up. When you communicate your boundaries calmly and assertively, you teach others how to treat you. Setting boundaries also means being consistent. It's not enough to establish limits once and hope they will be respected indefinitely. You need to uphold them in your actions and decisions. This consistency reinforces the importance of your boundaries and demonstrates they take them seriously. If you allow exceptions or fail to enforce your limits, it sends a mixed message, making it harder for others to respect them. Consistency is a form of self-respect that strengthens your boundaries and builds trust in your relationships. Boundaries are not about controlling others, they are about taking responsibility for yourself. You cannot change how others behave, but you control how you respond. Setting boundaries is about protecting your energy, time, and emotional well-being without trying to dictate what others do. For example, if someone is consistently negative or disrespectful, you cannot force them to change, but you can choose how much time you spend with them or how you let their behavior affect you. This shift in perspective empowers you to focus on what you can control rather than becoming frustrated by what you cannot. One of the greatest challenges of setting boundaries is overcoming the fear of rejection or conflict. Many people avoid setting limits because they worry about upsetting others or being seen as difficult. However, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, and those who truly value you will respect your boundaries. If someone reacts negatively to your boundaries, it is a reflection of their inability to respect your needs, not a reflection of your worth. Choosing to set boundaries despite this fear is a courageous act of self-care and self-respect. Setting boundaries also requires you to let go of guilt. It's natural to feel guilty when you start prioritizing your needs, especially if you're used to putting others first. However, self-care is not selfish. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and taking care of yourself allows you to show up fully for others. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about creating a healthier, more balanced dynamic where both parties feel respected and valued. Releasing guilt is essential to maintaining strong boundaries and prioritizing your well-being. Boundaries are a reflection of your self-worth. When you set limits, you are saying, I matter and my needs are important. This mindset fosters a sense of empowerment and confidence, which others will recognize and respect. People are more likely to honor your boundaries when they see that you value yourself enough to enforce them. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love that signals to the world that you know your worth and will not settle for less than you deserve. Boundaries also create space for growth and authenticity in relationships. They allow you to connect with others from a place of honesty and mutual respect rather than obligation or resentment. When boundaries are in place, both parties feel safe to express their needs, desires, and concerns without fear of overstepping or being taken for granted. This fosters deeper, more meaningful connections that are built on trust and understanding. Boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. By setting clear boundaries, you take control of your life and create an environment where respect, love, and harmony can thrive. You empower yourself to prioritize your needs without compromising your values. Boundaries are not about keeping people away, they are about inviting the right thing, the right closer in a way that honors both your well-being and theirs. They are a testament to your commitment to living authentically and intentionally creating a life that aligns with your worth and purpose. Speaking life over yourself is one of the most transformative things you can do to reshape your mindset, your relationships, and your entire outlook on life. The words you speak hold incredible power, not just over others, but over yourself. What you say about yourself and to yourself becomes the foundation of how you see the world and how you navigate it. When you consistently speak words of life, hope, and affirmation, you are planting seeds that will grow into a stronger, more confident, and more fulfilled version of yourself. Everything begins with your thoughts, and your words give those thoughts power. The mind is constantly processing ideas and forming beliefs based on what it hears, including what you say to yourself. If you are always speaking negatively, telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that things will never change, your mind accepts those statements as truth. Your words can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, pulling you down into a cycle of doubt and limitation. But when you choose to speak words of encouragement and possibility, you start to break that cycle. Speaking life over yourself requires intention. It's not something that happens naturally, especially if you've been in the habit of speaking negatively. It takes effort to stop and redirect your words when you catch yourself saying things like, I can't do this, or this is too hard. Instead, you can choose to say, I can figure this out, or I am capable of overcoming challenges. These small shifts in language may seem insignificant at first, but over time they create a new narrative, a narrative of strength, resilience, and belief in yourself. Affirmations are a powerful tool for speaking life over yourself. They are simple, positive statements that you can repeat daily to reinforce the beliefs you want to cultivate. For example, you might say, I am worthy of love and respect, or I have the skills and talents to achieve my goals. The key is to speak these affirmations with conviction, even if you don't fully believe them yet. The more you repeat them, the more your mind begins to accept them as truth. Affirmations act as a guide, redirecting your focus from what you lack to what you have and what you can become. Speaking life over yourself is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities rather than limitations. For instance, instead of saying, I've made too many mistakes, you can say, I've learned valuable lessons from my experiences and I'm growing every day. It's not about denying the challenges you face, it's about reframing them in a way that empowers you to move forward. Your words also shape the energy you bring into your relationships. When you speak life over yourself, you naturally bring positivity and encouragement to those around you. People are drawn to individuals who uplift and inspire, and your words can have a ripple effect, creating an atmosphere of support and motivation. By speaking life over yourself, you set an example for others to do the same, fostering a culture of mutual encouragement and growth. It's important to recognize that speaking life over yourself is a choice you make every day. It's easy to fall into patterns of self-criticism or negativity, especially when faced with setbacks or challenges. But each day presents an opportunity to start fresh and choose words that build you up instead of tearing you down. It's a practice, and like any practice, it becomes easier with time and consistency. Speaking life over yourself also requires you to let go of the negative words spoken over you by others. Maybe someone told you that you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or deserving enough, and those words have lingered in your mind. But their words do not define you. You have the power to rewrite that narrative by replacing their negativity with your own positive affirmations. Every time you speak life over yourself, you are breaking free from the limitations imposed by others and stepping into your own truth. Your words not only impact your mind, but also your spirit. When you speak life to yourself with hope, gratitude, and in faith, you begin to see the good in yourself and the world around you. Gratitude, in particular, is a powerful way to speak life. By focusing on what you are thankful for, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. Saying things like, I am grateful for my strengths, or I am thankful for the opportunities ahead of me, opens the door to greater joy and fulfillment. Speaking life over yourself is about creating a foundation of belief that carries you through every season of life. It's about understanding that your words have the power to shape your reality and using that power wisely. When you speak life, you are not just reacting to your circumstances, you are actively creating a future that aligns with your highest potential. Your words become a source of strength, a wellspring of encouragement, and a constant reminder that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of every good thing. Being a giver of grace and gratitude is one of the most transformative ways to elevate your relationships and your own sense of fulfillment. Grace and gratitude are not just actions, they are attitudes, a way of viewing the world and the people around you. When you choose to live with an open heart, extending grace to others and expressing gratitude for what you have, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone in your life. These qualities not only enhance your interactions with others, but also enrich your inner world, bringing peace, joy, and a sense of purpose. Grace begins with understanding that nobody is perfect, including yourself. People will make mistakes, say the wrong things, or let you down. Instead of reacting with anger, judgment, or resentment, grace invites you to respond with compassion and understanding. Grace is not about excusing harmful behavior or letting people walk all over you. It's about choosing the humanity in others. It's recognizing that we are all doing the best we can with what we know and have experienced. When you give grace, you are offering forgiveness and empathy, which are gifts that can heal and restore relationships. Living with grace requires humility. It means letting go of the need to always be right or to win every argument. It's about prioritizing the relationship over the need to prove a point. Grace allows you to step back and consider the bigger picture, asking yourself what really matters in the moment. This doesn't mean you ignore your own needs or suppress your feelings. It means you approach situations with a spirit of kindness and a willingness to find common ground. When you lead with grace, you invite others to do the same, creating an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Gratitude, on the other hand, is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in your life. It's easy to focus on what's missing, what's going wrong, or what you wish were different. But gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see the blessings that are already present. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding the silver lining, even in difficult situations. Gratitude reminds you that there is always something to be thankful for, no matter how small. Expressing gratitude doesn't just change your perspective, it also changes your energy. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you cultivate a sense of abundance rather than lack. This shift in mindset radiates outward, influencing how you interact with others. People are drawn to those who carry an attitude of gratitude because it creates a sense of warmth, positivity, and openness. Gratitude has a way of softening even the hardest hearts and opening doors to deeper connections. Being a giver of gratitude means actively expressing your appreciation, not just feeling it internally. It's about taking the time to acknowledge the people in your life and the ways they contribute to your happiness and well-being. A simple thank you can go a long way in making someone feel valued and seen. Whether it's for a grand gesture or a small act of kindness, expressing gratitude lets others know that their efforts matter. It strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of trust and mutual respect. Grace and gratitude also go hand in hand. When you give grace to others, you're practicing gratitude for the relationship itself, valuing it enough to prioritize understanding and forgiveness. Similarly, when you express gratitude, you're extending grace by recognizing the effort and intentions behind someone's actions, even if they don't always meet your expectations. These two qualities work together to create a foundation of love, respect, and harmony in your interactions with others. Being a giver of grace and gratitude is not always easy. There will be moments when it feels challenging to forgive or give or find something to be thankful for. But those are the moments when grace and gratitude are most needed. They have the power to transform even the most difficult situations, helping you find peace and perspective. When you choose grace, you let go of bitterness and resentment, freeing yourself from the weight of negativity. When you choose gratitude, you open your heart to joy and possibility no matter what circumstances you face. These practices also have a profound impact on your own well-being. Extending grace and practicing gratitude release you from the need to control every outcome or hold on to past hurts. They shift your focus from what you cannot change to what you can appreciate. This shift brings a sense of freedom and lightness, allowing you to move through life with greater ease and contentment. Grace and gratitude are not just gifts you give to others, they are gifts you give to yourself. Living as a giver of grace and gratitude requires intentionality. It's a daily choice to approach with an open heart, to see the good in others, and to appreciate the blessings around you. It's about being mindful of your words, your actions, and your attitude, and choosing to lead with love and kindness. When you make this choice, you create a life that is rich in connection, meaning, and fulfillment. Grace and gratitude become a part of who you are, shaping the way you see the world and the legacy you leave behind. Carrying yourself with dignity is one of the most powerful ways to command respect and inspire admiration. Dignity is not about arrogance or putting yourself above others. It's about honoring yourself in how you think, speak, and act. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less. When you carry yourself with dignity, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated. And people will rise to meet that standard. It's not something you demand, it's something you naturally attract through the way you present yourself to the world. Dignity starts with self-awareness. You must first understand who you are, what you value, and what you stand for. It's about knowing your strengths and embracing your imperfections, recognizing that they make you human, not flawed. When you are secure in your identity, you don't need external validation to feel valuable. You carry yourself with an inner assurance that says, I am enough as I am. This self-assuredness is what sets the foundation for dignity. It's not about how others perceive you, but how you perceive yourself. Your words play a significant role in how you carry yourself with dignity. Speak with clarity, kindness, and purpose. Avoid gossip, negativity, or words that tear others down. Instead, let your words uplift and inspire. When you communicate with dignity, people will listen, not because you're the loudest voice in the room, but because your words carry weight and meaning. Dignity in speech is not about speaking perfectly, but about speaking intentionally with respect for yourself and others. Equally important is your behavior. Dignity is reflected in the choices you make and the way you handle challenges. When life gets tough and emotions run high, it's easy to react impulsively or let anger dictate your actions. But carrying yourself with dignity means taking a step back, responding thoughtfully, and maintaining your composure. It's about staying true to your values, even when tested. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means channeling them in a way that aligns with your highest self. How you present yourself physically also matters. Dignity is evident in the way you carry your body, standing tall, maintaining good posture, and moving with purpose. These seemingly small details send a message to the world about how you see yourself. When you carry yourself with confidence and pride, people take notice. Dressing appropriately for the occasion and taking care of your appearance also show that you respect yourself and value the impression you make on others. Carrying yourself with dignity doesn't mean you think you're better than others. It means you hold yourself to a higher standard. You treat people with kindness and respect, regardless of their status or behavior. Dignity is not about stoicism or emotional distance. It's about balancing humility with self-respect. You can be approachable and compassionate while still maintaining your boundaries and protecting your peace. Dignity is not loud or boastful. It's calm, steady, and unwavering. Boundaries are an essential part of carrying yourself with dignity. It's about knowing when to say no and not being afraid to do so. You honor yourself by protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Setting boundaries is not selfish, it's necessary. When you carry yourself with dignity, you make it clear what is acceptable and what is not. This encourages others to respect your space and your values. Dignity also shines through in the way you treat yourself. It's about practicing self-care, prioritizing your health, and nurturing your passions. When you take care of yourself, you send a powerful message to others. I value myself, and I deserve to be treated with care. Self-respect is the foundation of dignity. It's not about being perfect or having it all together. It's about doing your best to honor your needs and show yourself compassion. Carrying yourself with dignity doesn't mean life will always go smoothly or that everyone will treat you with respect. But it does mean you have the power to control how you respond. You don't have to lower yourself to meet negativity or let others dictate your worth. Dignity is about standing firm in who you are, regardless of the circumstances. It's about knowing that your value isn't determined by external validation, but by the way you choose to carry yourself every day. When you carry yourself with dignity, you inspire others to do the same. Your confidence, grace, and self-respect set an example for those around you. People will notice the way you handle challenges, the kindness in your words, and the strength in your actions. They'll admire you not just for what you do, but for who you are. Carrying yourself with dignity is not just about earning respect, it's about living a life that reflects your highest potential and leaves a legacy of integrity and inspiration. It's about choosing every day to honor yourself in the unique light you bring to the world.